Good morning or evening, wherever you are in the world. Happy Anzac Day as well to any Aussie or Kiwi viewers. So I'm leaving very shortly, but I'm just getting this mad sensation of needing to post. It's almost annoying. I say almost because it's not. I understand when this comes over me, it's because there is something that the universe, whatever you call it. Whatever your worldview is, the person running the show, okay, wants you to know. So if you're tuning into this, it's for you. I'm feeling like it's a really specific message. So it may be, and it is. I do forget to say this sometimes, but with my videos, there may be only one thing in the whole video that's actually for you, but you were meant to hear that. So remember, it's not just you. So if it feels like, certain things are resonating and then something else is way off, then just use your intuition. Yeah, just trust in that. Speaking of intuition, so some of you will know I've got 13 decks, and I was just in a bit of a hurry. Well, I am in a bit of a hurry. So I just basically went with I've talked about the physicality of your intuition before. I just went with my feeling. So I just touched all of my decks, and these two were the only two that felt warm. Yeah, they felt warm and comforting. So we're going with these. I used both of these in my last reading too, actually. So I wonder whether it's a continuation of that. We will see. I have no idea. I have simply set the intention to shut my ego off while the camera is on. And this is I just want to be an empty vessel and get the messages to you that they need to get to you. So we will start with, okay, let's see. Which one will we start with? Yeah, I don't want to take my hand off you. So we'll start with you first. Now, this is the Past Life Oracle deck. What's going on? What's bleeding over from the past life into this one? 1, 2, 3. Now, I do just want to say I just glanced over. You can't see, it's not on camera. I just glanced over at my candle that is lit, my Archangel Michael candle, and it's just reminded me that I did have a vision last night of two souls. The feeling, it was a sensory feeling. There were no words spoken, but the sense I got was these two souls had known each other for many, many lifetimes. And they were having a clandestine meeting, like a rendezvous, and each soul was carrying a candle. I won't tell you any more about what happened, but anyway, I'm telling you that for a reason, because I'm still looking at that candle. All right, here we go. Let's count to 9. 1, 2, 3. What do you want to tell them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Archangel Raphael, well, yeah, he is the angel of love. He is the angel of love, healing, and miracles. And I really want to feel, okay, that's interesting. I really feel like there is some kind of miracle approaching you. I do. Something about this masculine's face too. That face alone may feel familiar to you. He does actually look like somebody I know. But yes, Archangel Raphael. So it's not just Michael. Do I get into that or not? Well, what did I just say? No, I'm not going to get into that. They want the cards to do the speaking. Relationship repeat. So it is, there is a relationship that is coming back. And it does, as I just said, span lifetimes. It really does. But you see how it also says release or enjoy. And my last reading, please go and watch it if you haven't. It's the last one on my channel. I can't remember right now what it's called. It just starts with Archangel Michael. Something about a choice and having to take a chance. There is still free will associated with it. And it may be that in previous lifetimes you chose to release it, maybe because of societal pressures. You just didn't have the strength, because it does take a lot. I want to say it takes serious cojones to choose the big love. Sometimes it really does feel easier to choose one of these lesser loves, yeah? But there's never the same color. That's what I'm getting. There's never the same color associated with the lesser loves, yeah? When you have the big one, it's in color. And I know that sounds corny, but that's what I'm looking at. And I'm really looking at that royal blue as well. But I'm feeling that also as fire and water. Now, I could be your typical reader and say we might have a water sign and a fire sign. I don't feel like I want to say that, though. Even though I just did. Who knows? Perhaps in a couple of your scenarios that is the case. But I try really to leave star signs out of this. You'll find I don't talk about them very much. because we are so much more than our star sign. I actually watched a reading this morning and someone was saying certain things about Pisces, and I did have to chime in there, actually. I'm a Pisces with Aries rising, so that does change things. But enough of that. So I'm just taking a moment here. Why am I taking a moment? I'm taking a moment because I'm going back to Raphael. And the fact that whatever obstacles may have in previous lives stopped you from being together, stopped you from living your life in color, from being with the only one that you truly want to look at. Whatever stopped you in past lives, Archangel Raphael is throwing so much love and healing energy at the situation that I want to say it's a done deal. I want to say that, but I can't say that. That would be irresponsible because at the end of the day, you can still choose to release it. You can. We do have free will, and that will never be tampered with. I spoke in my last reading about how if you do utilize your free will, though, to say no to something like this, there is only one consequence for that, and that will be misery. And the thing is, for the person who, in a sense, is saying yes and is dependent on somebody else also saying yes, everything is being watched, okay? And this is a message that has been given to me. Again, idyllic memories. Yeah, a previous life. I love when the cards just back up what I've just said. That's beautiful. But if let's just say one person says yes and the other says no, the person who says yes to love, the person who is fierce and brave, they will be rewarded, okay? Because at the end of it, we've got miracles, okay? They will receive something similar. I want to say similar or better. Okay. Do we even need to say any more? That's done, by the way. I'm not going to pull anything else with that deck, but I can see why Raphael was very keen for me to use that deck. And you know what's interesting too? What did I say? I said, I don't want to take my hand off this. I don't want to take my hand off this is what I said. That is significant too. It's a feeling of yeah, look, they're holding hands. You don't want to let go. Neither of you do. So I do pray that both of you find the strength to not let go. And understand too that the devil likes to work in logic. So the devil will try to fill your mind with whispers. You know, when I talk about the devil, I'm not talking about a horned creature. That's not what I'm talking about. It's just easy to use that language. Perhaps your own inner demons will try to whisper to you, self-sabotaging thoughts. And they do feel very logical. Why do I want to say even people who kill themselves, they do so for generally very logical reasons. They justify it, and it tends not to be an impulsive thing. It tends to be well thought out, and they think about it for a while till they eventually do it, and it makes perfect sense to them to do it. But it's not a logical thing to kill yourself, is it? And that's really, really heavy, and that is not at all what I was hoping for when I pressed play. Oh my God. But I guess I have to go to the extremes to show you of what logic can do. Even if we think of, Hitler, people that have done heinous things, there was logic behind all of it. So please be mindful. If you're watching this, please be mindful of thoughts that seem very, very logical that are asking you to step away from something like this. That's a trap. Okay. All right. Let's get 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Have a great day, everybody. Don't kill yourself. Good Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Holy shit. Okay. Now we have Archangel Michael, who I just mentioned before, and was going to start talking about him, actually. And then I said, no, I'll let the cards do the talking. I was just about to talk about him. Because what I was going to say was that this guy gives you the balls. This guy gives you the cojones. This guy does all the clearing away of obstacles. But then this one really works on your heart space. Wow. Okay, what a reading. I can see why I felt so compelled to do it. But I didn't want it to go beyond 10 minutes, and we're almost there now, so let's make it... Okay, you need to go back and watch the last one, or rewatch. If you did watch it, he wants you to go and rewatch it. This is about that masculine, and I did say it's just somebody in their masculine energy, okay? This is about somebody who's sitting there waiting, taking their time. Look at all these scrolls he's written and then put away. He's rolled up his sleeves, as though he's hard at work, but he's done nothing. And the clock's ticking. Okay, that's different, because the last message was not about the clock's ticking. Slightly different. Now I'm getting the clock is ticking. Okay, interesting. The clock is ticking, and I've just said it again. This is that initiation that again came up in my last reading. These 3 cards all came up in my last reading. There are 78 cards in this deck. Now, there is somebody who is being initiated into a love that is going to ascend them. See the purple around this guy? Purple. I mean, that's when people talk about auras. Purple is the highest aura you can have. It's also the color of transmutation. Yeah. Somebody is being invited to ascend. That's all I can say. It's an invitation. It's a pretty strong freaking invitation when you got Archangel Michael, God's most powerful angel, and Archangel Raphael, his second most powerful angel. Got 1 and 2, both of them there, inviting you to ascend. And the thing is with this love, I know you might think, well, what's that got to do with love? Well, it's because of the strength of character that is required not only to say yes to a love like this, but to maintain it as well, to keep it healthy. It is going to demand the best of you. So it is an invitation. It's a very strong invitation. What are you going to say? Are you going to pass up on it? Now we have diversity, but I just got in my head, that actually looked like the Queen of Swords. But again, with the scrolls, what's with these scrolls? Scrolls. He's not doing much. She's not doing much. And I'm feeling bored all of a sudden. You know, I just saw this character and looked at him and I just felt like I want to yawn. I am so bored. Yeah, the clock's ticking. Okay. What else do you want to say? I feel like I want to get 3 more. 1, 2, 3. We're at 12 minutes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And for the record, I was not bored at all today. I've been in very high spirits, not bored at all. The Queen of Swords, I just said to you, she felt like the Queen of Swords to me. This is the Queen of Swords in this deck. This reading is blowing my mind. Caught in the ruins. Yeah, these 2 people are trapped behind the gate. Trapped behind the gate. And I feel like that gate would open really easily. I don't even think there's a lock there. I think they could just push it open anytime. It's all in their head. See, and look where it's landed as well. Look where it's landed. It's landed underneath this guy who's waiting around. And that could be the trap. Too much of a delay. Somebody taking a little bit too long, assuming they've got, you know, a really long time to make their move. That could be the devil's trickery right there. Because I have to say it again, the clock's ticking. Okay. 3rd one. The Ark of the Covenant. Now this, I feel, is a promise. That there's 2 things, okay? 2 things, and I definitely don't want to go over 15 minutes. There is a promise. Now, I'm really drawn to that candle as well. There is a promise that 2 souls have made to each other in a previous life, and it is meant to play out in this life. But we do have free will, and that will override promises, sadly. If somebody chooses to use their free will to say no, they can do that. But I'm also getting, more importantly, the Ark of the Covenant. Ark. Noah's Ark. What did that mean? It meant that Noah was safe from the flood. It is a covenant that God has made, and these angels are carrying it out, okay? They're basically his foot soldiers. There is a covenant that's made to you that even if that person were to say no, you're still going to have this anyway, okay? It may just not come in the shape that you are currently hoping it comes in. Okay. What are we at? 14 minutes. Oh my God. We're just gonna finish it here. Because now we've got Jesus, who's my favorite, as you know. We've got Jesus, the divine physician, the miracle maker of all miracle makers. We've got Jesus protecting that covenant. We have Jesus, number 6 also. Harmony, the number of harmony. We have Jesus. We have Archangel Michael. We have Raphael. So if someone's going to free will their way out of that, you didn't want them anyway. But I promise you, you will want the person who's coming. Okay, I wish you all the best, and I'll see you soon.